Okay, up for sale. I have a 1974 vintage Fender Deluxe. It has two wide range pickups. If you've never heard wide range pickups, these are, in my mind, my favorite pickups ever made. They were made by Seth. Seth designed and patented the original Gibson PAF pickup that everybody loves. And he went from Gibson to Fender. They offered him more money, so he went to Fender. When he got to Fender, they wanted him to design a pickup that competed with the Gibson. Basically, Fender wanted him to design a actual humbucker, but there was a patent on it, and he can't infringe on his own patent. So he had a design change that he wanted. He wanted to have a combination of a humbucker and a single coil. The humbuckers can tend to be a little muddy, and of course the single coils are nice and bright and chimey. But the single coils have the 60 cycle hum. They buzz a lot. So he wanted to make a humbucker. What he came up with is a larger format. He has these special magnets. They're called Cunife, and that's copper, nickel, and iron. They're special magnets that have the ability to be threaded. A normal Alnico magnet or a ceramic magnet will shatter if you try to thread it. So these are threaded, so you can adjust the pole pieces. And but they're weaker, so he needed to put more lines on the coil. And so that's why they're bigger. Now the wide range design allows for a pickup that can be dirty and growl if you dig in, or it can be nice, clean, and chimey. So if you go to Guitar Center, you'll see a lot of the Squires or the Made in Mexico, or even the $1,800 Made in America. All of those are fake as far as the wide range. Basically what they do is they put a normal humbucker and they put it in a wide range kit cover. So if you go to play them, they'll sound just average, like an average humbucker. That's because they are. All they do is put a normal humbucker, put a bunch of wax around them, and make you think that they're wide range, and so people will play them and say, well, there's nothing special. You actually have to go to their $2,500 model. Those are the only ones that I've seen that actually have the actual Cunife magnets. They stopped making them in the 79 or 80, 81, somewhere around there, and they recently came back in 2020. Fender they found a source to make these magnets again, so they started offering them. But they had these pickups out for years. These are very, very special pickups in my mind. Seth was a genius with Gibson. He made the best Gibson pickup, the PAF, and he made the best, in my mind, the best Fender pickup. So as far as the design, it has the adjustable screws on both sides, not just in the middle. So if you want to get it lined up, like on a humbucker, your string can be here, but it's at an angle. So here you can adjust both sides of the pickup to get it parallel with the strings. So that's something I really like about them. As far as the shape of this guitar, it's a 51-year-old guitar, but that body, I don't see any dents in the body. It's in excellent condition. They do have a belly cut, which is nice because the normal Telecaster can poke you when you're playing it, but I wouldn't say it is 100% on the finish, but it's pretty close. I don't think you're going to find very many 51-year-old guitars that look like this. The guy I got it from, it was his father's, and his father passed away, and it sat in a case because his son didn't play. So it was in a case for 20 years. I'm sure that's why, it looked so good. So his father basically sounds like he played it for 30 years, and then 20 years of its life it was just sitting in a case. The one major flaw on the guitar, I'm not sure, I'll show in the pictures, but I'm not sure if the video will show it. There's a dent right here in the finish, and but when you're playing you can't really feel it. If it bothered you, you could probably fill it up with some poly. It's a polyurethane finish from what I gather. The wear on the back is you're gonna have it. It's gonna have some wear. Of course, your hand's going up and down on that, but nothing major from the wear for a 51-year-old guitar. Also, they have the 3-bolt design that wasn't their best, but it does have the ability to adjust the neck with the tilt. So it has a piece of metal on the bottom of the neck, and you could adjust the neck if you need to. Instead of putting a shim, like a lot of the Fenders that have shims in them, to get the correct neck angle, you can adjust it with that tilt. But has the original tuners, and overall looks pretty good. Now, as far as the neck, of course, there's going to be a little wear on the fretboard for the neck, but it's nothing major. The frets, these appear to be the original frets. They used the low profile frets back then. So if you're used to jumbos or medium jumbos, these aren't, these aren't them. So if you like jumbos or medium, you may have to get a refret, but it plays very good. No problem with it. Has some minor wear on the frets in this area right here. But the frets have recently been crowned and polished, so they're super slick. And overall, everything looks good. It's recently been intonated, and it's set up. The string height, the action is low, and appears to be the original nut. Now, the pots on these are 1 meg. A normal, like SG or a Les Paul, uses 500K pots. These are 1 meg. That's how they came from the factory. The higher you go in the value of a potentiometer, the brighter it gets. These pickups are bright, but they're not ice picky. And if they're too bright for you, turn down the tone knob. Some people like them a little darker, and they put 500K pots. That's fine. It's up to you. But these are the original pots. So if you wanted to try that, it would be your guitar. You do what you want. The pickguard has some scratching in it, but overall it's pretty good. And overall, as far as the playability, it's a very good playing guitar. Now, the vintage Fenders had 7 1/4 inch radius, so it's going to have a much deeper radius on it. If you've never played a 7 1/4, it may take you a while to get used to it, which I did when I first started playing it. But now that I've been playing it, I actually love the 7 1/4. And in the future, if I buy a neck on a guitar, if I make one, I'm going to be using the 7 1/4 because I actually love it. If you're a shredder, the 7 1/4 is not the radius for you, but that's the normal vintage radius. So what I'm going to do is play a few things, play a few chords, go through the different volume, let you see what it's like, and then just have a little fun after go through that. We'll start out with the bridge pickup. Start on 10. I forgot to mention, these pickups are unpotted. And that's how they did them. That's from what I could tell. There's not much information, but if you get too close to the speakers, it can squeal a little bit. But that, I love the unpotted pickups because they're lively. They're not, you know, dull. So just be aware that from all indications, they're either unpotted or lightly potted. I didn't take the covers off to see. They're, if I remember right, in the neighborhood of 10.7, 10.6 or 10.7 as far as the resistance. Okay, on to the middle. Okay, on to the neck. Okay, what I'm going to do now is put it back on the bridge pickup, and playing through a Fender DeVille into a external cab. It's 112 210 cabinet. It's got a greenback for the 12 and 2 Alnico golds for the 10 inch. So just gonna put it on the bridge now and play a little bit different. It'll be on the Reverb, also going to have it on Facebook Marketplace. Please send questions in. I'll answer them as fast as I can. If you do purchase it when you're in Reverb, send me a message and I'll put whatever strings you want on it. Make sure it's all set up before you leave. Right now there's the Dario 9s on it. Just let me know what brand of strings that you want. If it's something I don't have at my house right now, give me a day or two to go to Guitar Center and buy the strings that you want. Make sure it's set up for the string gauge that you want. So feel free to I'll answer any questions that you have. Thank you for your time.